Today, I wanted to talk about parenting. I was meeting with Stan and Valerie this week, who were getting their estate planning in shape. They got their little red wagon built in case one of them or both of them go down on the playground of life. And parenting their 18-year-old came up. I'm Jim Miskell with the Estate Planning Law Group of Georgia. When we talk about parenting, it doesn't end the day our kids turn 18. That's when they're legally recognized as adults. But our responsibility in creating a fully formed person is still there, and it doesn't end just because they reach that milestone birth date. We may have talked about before, you may have heard me say that more than half of people in the United States don't have any estate planning at all. When you look at the demographic between 18 and 34, that number is even smaller. It's 16.4% of adults between the ages of 18 and 34 don't have planning. The rest do not. So you've got almost 84% with nothing. And it may be just folks aren't thinking about it. But as we teach our children, we teach them through the habits that they see us do, what we do. They learn from, and what we tell them. It's often more powerful to make a good example for them, that as responsible adults, planning for adversity, planning for times when things aren't the way we hope them to be, when we're disabled, planning who's in charge and who has authority in those situations, making sure that they've got the right person has the right authority at the right time is all part of that. So that's where we come to our 18th birthday package. The reason it came up this week with Stan and Valerie is that they've got an 18-year-old, Zach, who's getting ready to go off to college in the fall. And Valerie said, well, with everything going on, it occurs to me that students can end up in the health center, and it might be a viral infection like we're dealing with. It could be meningitis. It could be just an accident. But she said, the two of us, we're putting down our agents for health care. What about Zach? And that's where we come to our 18th birthday package. Really, that's one of the first priorities to meet. And there are three documents that we think of when we think about that 18th birthday package. The first of the three is the healthcare directive, making sure that as your son or daughter turns 18, whether they're going to school or just going to work, if they get injured, do you have the authority you need to talk to the doctors, get the information you need, and make decisions for them if they're not able to do that? The HIPAA law, the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, restricts the dissemination of that private health information. And doctors, nurses, healthcare providers can disseminate information to family members, but don't have to. To make sure that you get that information, you need that HIPAA release, and you need to be designated a healthcare agent to be able to make determinations for them. So that first piece, really important, the healthcare directive. Second, so your son or daughter becomes disabled, ill, or injured. What about their rental agreement? What about getting them out of the lease for their apartment? What about shutting off the utilities? Because they're no longer under 18, you're not the natural guardian or conservator for them. You need that authority. That's where you talk about the second of the three documents that's part of the 18th birthday package, and that is the general durable financial power of attorney. That's where an 18-year-old designates parents normally to go ahead and handle legal and financial matters on their behalf if they're not able to. So it handles not only those financial things I've talked about, the banking, the negotiating leases, dealing with car payments, utilities, but it also allows legal authority. So if they were injured in an accident and it was somebody else's fault, then the agent under the durable power of attorney can go ahead and hire a lawyer to go ahead and hold somebody else accountable to recover, and work with insurance companies, those sorts of things. So that's something that all 18-year-olds need, is the day they turn 18, need to go ahead and authorize their parents to be their first backup. Those are the right people with the right authorities when they need it. The third piece doesn't apply to every 18-year-old, but those continuing in education, you need a little bit extra, because it wasn't first on Valerie's mind, but Stan's mind was that he's writing some checks. They are writing checks for Zach to go to college, and he says, is the registrar going to talk to me? And this was a really perceptive question, because as adults, the college, university, any educational outfit will see that their relationship is with the student. And you can't call and get registration information, enrollment information, grades, or GPAs. Those aren't going to be available except to the 18-year-old, because they're an adult. And that's because of the Federal Family Educational Rights and Protection Act, or Rights and Privacy Act, rather, FERPA. And what does this mean? It means we need a waiver for that. So that's going to be an educational information release. So Zach is coming in when his parents execute their documents. They're going to do it all together, putting together a little red wagon for the parents, putting together the 18th birthday package, and it's going to include three things for Zach: that healthcare directive, the power of attorney, and the educational information release, so that when he enrolls in the fall, Stan and Valerie can make sure that the registrar at his school has the release. And if they need information so they can continue to support and check up on Zach as he goes through college, they'll be able to do that. So it's important to teach our children what is the responsible way to plan for the future. The only reason anybody comes to see me, all our clients come to see me only for the reason that they love their family. And that means planning for adversity, making sure that the right people have the right authorities at the right time. And that's what it's all about, making sure that not just parents, but also children begin to see that estate planning is the responsible thing for adults to do for the people they love. For the people they love. And more information is available on our workshop. If you want to learn more about the on our website, if you want to learn more about the ABCs of estate planning, getting your little red wagon in order, getting your estate planning in order, so that you can show a good model of behavior to your children as they become adults. Can't wait to work with you, and see you at letstalkestateplanning.com.